What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Living Freed channel. My name is Tyler Freed, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about why I have chosen to live a debt-free life. But first, before I get into the topic of the video, I would appreciate it if you're new to the channel. I would appreciate it if you would click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned till the end of the video, and also check out some more of my other videos that'll be recommended at the end of this one. And if you're already a subscriber and you're somebody that follows me and watches all my videos, I really appreciate that. Thank you for the support. So let me get right into the topic of the video. Why am I making this video? Why am I inspired to make this video? Because honestly, my favorite content to make is about personal finance. That is something that I want to do long term. I want to talk about finances long term. That is my favorite topic. Economics, investing, personal finance, business, those are my favorite topics. Yeah, I do talk a lot about trucking on my channel. That's just because that is the job that I have currently. But over the long term, through the course of me doing videos on this channel, long term, I will be making a lot of personal finance videos. So let me be clear though about like using debt, right? What I really think about debt, okay? When I talk about living debt-free, I don't mean using, like, I do believe in using leverage. I do like Dave Ramsey, right? I have made a video before about his 7 baby steps, but I want to be very clear that I do believe in using leverage. I do believe in using debt in some cases. Really, the only cases I believe in using debt in is to invest, let's say, into a rental property, using leverage to buy real estate and invest in real estate, or using debt to grow and expand a business, right? I do believe in using leverage to do that. But what I'm talking about in this video is not using debt to invest. I'm talking about consumer debt. I'm talking about things like credit cards, student loans, car payments, like borrowing money to buy furniture. I'm talking about money or debt that takes money from your pocket, that it's not paying you. See, if I take money and I invest it into a rental property, let's say I put 25% down on a rental property and I borrow the other 75% to purchase that rental property, and after all expenses, after renting that property out, I'm actually profiting above my debt, above my expenses. That is considered good debt. That is using leverage. That is using debt to invest, to make money. But when I talk about consumer debt, obviously I mean just something that takes money from your pocket. It doesn't go up in value. It doesn't provide you with cash flow. That is what I'm talking about, right? And why have I chosen not to borrow money for things like cars, student loans, just consumer items? Well, because I truly believe in order to build wealth, I truly believe that you got to create margin in your life. So in other words, let's say you make $5,000 a month and your bills are $5,000 a month, right? You have no margin. You have no wiggle room to save, to invest, to build wealth, because your bills are so high, you can't save anything, right? But let's say you were able to eliminate like $2,000 or $3,000 at every month, right, and free up some cash flow by like paying off a car, paying off student loans, paying off credit cards, right? If you were able to do that, let's say you make $5,000 a month, your bills were $5,000, but you paid off your car, your student loans, and your credit cards, right? And now your bills are $2,500, right? Well, now you can save $2,500 a month and start building wealth, right? In this example, it's just an example, right? Some people make more, some people make less. But the point is to create that margin so that you can save, so that you can invest, right? And it's hard to do that. Most people are broke in America. Most people are living paycheck to paycheck. As a matter of fact, it's like 7 or 8 out of 10 Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. Most people do not have $1,000 saved in an emergency fund. Why? Well, because I truly believe that it's because people are living above their means. Most people are actually in debt in America. They have no equity built up at all. They have a negative net worth, right? And a net worth is your assets minus your liabilities equal your net worth. Well, most people have more liabilities than they do assets, right? And most people have a negative net worth. So in order to have a positive net worth, in order to build wealth, you got to have more assets than you do liabilities, right? Your asset value has to be more than your liability, right? So that is the reason why I've chosen to get and stay out of debt at such a young age, because I chose at like 22 years old, I'm 27 now, to get out of debt and never borrow money again for any consumer items. Like I said, I would borrow money to invest in a rental property. I would borrow money to, say, expand a business. But even if I borrowed money for things like that, I wouldn't want to keep those loans around for too long. I would actually want to get that debt paid down and paid off so that I actually own that asset, and so that I actually have all the equity built up in my business, right? So I'm not a big fan of debt. But that being said, I just want to be clear, I do believe in using debt in some cases, right? But the point is, if you're somebody really struggling with finance, the problem is probably, number one, you don't make enough money. So number one, get into a career to where you can make enough money to actually pay off your debt, right? Once you pay off your debt, you can start building up savings and then start investing after that, right? Once you've built up some savings. But first, you got to get out of debt. First, you got to quit borrowing money. Like, that's just a foundational principle that I live by. Like, I'm not going to borrow money for anything. If it does not make me money, if it does not provide me with cash flow or allow me to own something that'll go up in value, I'm not going to borrow money for it, right? And so I truly believe, like I said, that is the first step to building wealth, really. The first step, well, getting a career to where you can earn a great income, but secondly, getting out of debt and living by the principles of staying out of consumer debt. Don't borrow money for cars. Don't borrow money for anything that's taking money from your pocket, right? And it's not an asset. I don't believe in borrowing money for that. Hey, if you disagree with me and you believe in borrowing money, great. This video is not for you. If you disagree, that's totally fine. But this is what I do. And by me living debt-free and staying out of debt, I'm 27 years old and I'm worth multiple six figures. And I make that point not to brag, but to simply make a point as to saying, like, that is why I live debt-free, because I earn as much money as I can and I'm able to invest a lot of money every month. I'm able to just plow money into investments every single month because I have no payments. I don't have a credit card payment. I don't have a car payment. I don't have many bills. Like, yeah, I have bills, but those are basic bills that are never going to go away, right? But I don't have any bills that are, like, I'm not paying off cars, like I said. Like, that's the point of the video, okay? Just get and stay out of debt if you want to build wealth. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to make a quick video about that. And I will be making another video about why it's important to build an emergency fund, so make sure you check that out in the future. God bless. Thank you. Have a great day.